Hello guys, once again it's Matt, and today we have another video. So we are flying out the Mirage 2000 a little bit, just having some fun. Thank you all the full crew members, Overlanding 11B, the COTS, all the Foxman members, all the Fishman members, subscribe and let's get into it. So first of all, I have to do a disclaimer for this video, guys. We are not comparing pair by pair, like peer by peer aircraft, and actually knowing what aircraft is superior or anything like that. Okay? This is just having fun. So a lot of people take these 1v1 videos too seriously, to be honest. And yeah, it's not that. It's just some friends actually just flying around and just testing it out a little bit of the capabilities of these aircraft. There were some bugs in the second part that I'm going to do in the future with the MLD, against the MLD, that I'm going to talk about on that video. But on this one it was kind of okay. There's something about this map that, I don't know, in custom it was just weird. The radar was kind of finicky. But yeah. So we are flying out the Mirage 2000 against the F-14 after disclaimer, so don't take this too seriously, okay? It's not a big measurement, okay? It's just to compare these aircraft a little bit and have a little bit of fun. Especially because I'm not the most experienced pilot in a Mirage, like not even close. And my friend there was a little bit more experienced on the F-14 than I was with the Mirage, you know. So because obviously it's a new aircraft and stuff like that, I plan to do a proper dogfight video on the MLD, me flying in the MLD against a friend that only basically flies Mirages, and he's really good with Mirages and Delta Wings in general, but especially Mirages. And I want to, but he has to research the aircraft, right, and fly a little bit and stuff. So he's doing that because grind, right? But still, so in the future I am going to do a video comparing them myself, which I consider my favorite aircraft and the best aircraft that I fly for my personal use is the MLD, against the Mirage 2000 of his abilities of using Mirage, the Mirage, you know. So make sure to subscribe to see that. And yeah, but we are flying out against the F-14 today. Just completely ate that AIM-7. And he broke his wings as well, so it was kind of funny. But yeah, so we are trying out a little bit first in dogfights. And as you see, it's an aircraft that it has a very, very good radar, okay? The missiles are not the greatest in range. I think the range is very similar to something like the R-24. It turns better than the R-24, and it has more energy than the R-24. And sorry about that for the Discord sound. For some reason, it's still doing that, but still. So you have to consider it a complicated missile compared to like the AIM-7F or even the Phoenix. You know, you have to be careful with those Phoenixes in these kind of 50-kilometer range. You know, because you won't be able to shoot a missile in here. But he is going to shoot a missile at you, so yeah. But to be honest, it's not that far from the energy of the AIM-7F. I just think that it probably has a lot more drag. I'm going to check it out a little bit. I have the little things, the guided weaponry data here. I'm going to leave it in the description for you guys to take a look. But I don't think there is kind of a thing of like what's it called, the drag coefficient or something like that. But in delta V's, which are basically the energy, the total energy of the missile, the AIM-7F has 955 meters per second of delta V, and the Super 530 has 892, so it's not that far from it. For example, the R-24 has 734, so it's a very, very they're very, very comparable, you know. I just think that probably the Super 530 has more drag and basically pulling more Gs. Obviously, it will have more drag. So it is more of a missile of lower ranges than the AIM-7F, with a better seeker than the AIM-7F, I think. But it is still, I mean, look at that. I just lost the lock because of the pull stopper, and it's GG, right? So yeah, it's a matter of getting used to the missile itself, but they are very similar. I still think that the Super 530, as I said, it is a little bit better for the short range, like until 20 kilometers. And then the AIM-7F takes over, and it's even because of the battery, you know, the Super 530 doesn't have the most amount of uh, battery at all, you know, so it kind of flies just for like 40 seconds. So, oh no, it's a little bit more, but I don't know. No, no, not for a second, but still, it's not it's limited compared to the AIM-7F. Okay, so always think about that when you are fighting F-14s, which tends to happen a lot, especially in simulator, but also in ARB as well. So just consider that. Okay, your missile is very very good, but you have to be careful with these longer ranger missiles that they have. The Phoenix is still a very much a threat in these EC maps and especially in simulator. And as you saw in the video on the Mirage 2000 on simulator, it's a problematic thing to fight F-14s in this thing. So I still kind of have the feeling that this is kind of a light fighter, which, don't get me wrong, it is supposed to be like that, but it is more of a F-16 kind of thing than an F-14 kind of thing, if you know what I mean. It's not a MiG-31, it's more like a MiG-21, you know? So, or even a MiG-25, a MiG-21, right? Or something like that. Like, it's a weird comparison, I know, but still. It is just kind of a light fighter, so even though he has a very very good radar, and this is due to the year of this radar, is a very modern radar toward Thunder standards. I mean, it's from like 1987, so yeah, come on, like, yeah, it's a very very modern missile. So compared to like, even though it is a light fighter, and the ranges on this radar are actually kind of scary. I mean, I was locking him at more than 90, 100 kilometers almost. So the radar is very, very good, right? And the notch capabilities are, I mean, the sensitivity to notch and perpendicular flight against the radar it's a very, very good radar, you know. So yeah, but it's still kind of a light fighter. So it is limited in its weapons, in the amount of weapons, what I mean, and it's limited on the missiles a little bit as well. So and as you see here, we are using, for example, in this video, a 1974 aircraft with 1970, I think it's 1977 missiles, the AIM-7F, against a 1987 kind of version of the Mirage, with missiles from that era as well. So it's kind of a thing that it's you can see that it's a light fighter, right? Because the F-14, for example, it's much more capable in various types of things. But because the Mirage 2000 is modern, it's the point that I want to get. It ends up being kind of even, you know, which is funny, but yeah, pretty cool, right? And yeah, and as you see here, we are going to start doing dogfights. It is very much a pilot thing. I think the Defas are very bad cannons, to be honest, compared to the Vulcan, even compared to the, I mean, I did a mistake here, but even compared to the GSH-23, I still prefer that gun over this. It's just such a hard gun to hit sometimes, and it's not the best thing ever. And you are seeing me die a lot, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not the greatest Mirage 2000 pilot against like fairly good other aircraft pilots, you know. So still, you have to be careful. And here we have another example of just a bad mistake that I did. Just took too long to shoot the missile and went too deep into the dogfight. So yeah, it's not that good. So yeah, and here we are going to compare it a little bit with the dogfights, you know. As I said, it's just some friends having fun, nothing to like take this too seriously, but as you see, the one turn, this aircraft can lose from a lot of aircraft in the one turn, to be honest. In the MLD, it just completely loses. And against the F-14, it can lose a lot as well. So if you are faster than I was, like 900 and something, the slats won't open and you won't be, I mean, you will be a brick. And that was another mistake that I did. Just not enough AOA to get the aircraft going. So yeah, it's a problem that you have to actually face with this aircraft. It is a thing of, it is very good in continuous turn, which is funny because normally the Mirages are not good at that. And not that it's good at that. It is just compared to the aircraft that you are fighting. Because, for example, Mirage 3s don't face, they are deltas, fully deltas, and they normally don't face swing wing aircraft. Now, maybe the MiG-23BN, but normally they don't. You know, sometimes they do, but not. It's not a like every match. And with that, normally the aircraft that you are flying against, they have smaller wings. They don't have a delta at all, and with that you can actually win very easily. And here we have a different type of situation. We have a situation of, I mean, look at the muzzle velocity on that thing. I mean, come on. If it was a GSH or a Vulcan, that guy was dead. But anyway. And with the more modern aircraft, especially the swing wing ones, and when we get into the more advanced super maneuver aircraft like the MiG-29 and the Su-25, Su-27, that will be even harder, I think. But yeah, it's a different type of aircraft that you are flying against, and I mean, look at the muzzle velocity. Oh my god! But and with that, you are flying against more good. I mean, they're good aircraft in everything. You know, they're fast, and they are very good at the one turn and sustain the turn. So it's complicated, you know. Even though it has a very good instantaneous turn, as you see here, if you get it right, the speed right, it becomes a little bit of a problem sometimes, you know. So it will lose if the guy knows what he's doing in a situation, an artificial situation, I must admit, of these 1v1s. But if the guy knows what he's doing and control the speed of his plane before yours, or a bit better than yours, you will get stomped by the one turn of these aircraft. It is very good, but they can be better. I think it all depends on the pilot. The Delta is a very amazing aircraft, but the swing wings, they're just better at that. You know, they're just better at doing this type of thing. So yeah, just a very quick video, and I hope you enjoyed. Just to show a little bit on how not to fly the Mirage 2000 a bit, because yeah, I need to learn how to fly Delta wings. I just really don't like the energy retention on those things. I still prefer the MiG-23 over this like any day. The only thing that it's actually good, that I think it's very good, it's the radar and these BVR capabilities and stuff like that, you know. So yeah, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I see you guys on the next one. So bye guys, see ya.